everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa. I am a 44-year-old single person currently living in the Northern Virginia, DC area. I'm following the Dave Ramsey baby steps, and I'm on baby step number 2, working to pay down my debt. My current debt as of today, which is Valentine's Day, February the 14th of 2019, is $55,500. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I hope that you will consider subscribing and hitting the little bell icon down below to be notified anytime I upload a new video. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate it. So today I'm going to talk about my savings. I'm going to tell you how much I have in my emergency fund, how much is in my debt fund, and how much I have in my sinking funds. And then I'm going to talk to you about my sinking fund goals. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So I told you I am following the Dave Ramsey baby steps. Baby step number 1 is a baby emergency fund. So the Dave Ramsey plan is to save $1,000. So in the month of December of 2018 is when I started my debt-free journey, and I completed baby step number 1 at the end of December. So as of today, I have $1,072.10. My total debt fund, which I mentioned, my total debt, most of it is pretty old and is all pretty much in collections. So at this point, I am working to pay off my debt by settling with my creditors. I anticipate that each creditor will settle for about 40% of the debt, which would bring me to a little over $22,000 that I'll need to pay off this year. So my debt fund right now is focusing on the IRS. I owe $4,500 for 2018, and so in order to file my taxes, I need to have that money saved up. So I do have saved so far $2,388.34. So once that fund gets to $4,500, I'm going to file my taxes, and then I'll start saving for my first debt, which is, my first, debt on my debt snowball aside from the IRS. And when that debt reaches an amount that the creditor will settle with, I will go ahead and pay that first one off, and that will repeat until I'm done. So right now I have my emergency fund is in a Capital One savings account. My debt fund is in a Capital One 360 checking account. And my sinking funds are mostly all cash. The only sinking fund that is not cash is for my rent, but since that sinking fund gets depleted every month, I'm not going to include it in my total, but my total sinking funds as of today is $2,790. So my total savings is $6,250.44. That is a lot of money since December, but I think I've mentioned a few times that right now my job allows me to work unlimited overtime, and I'm working 65 hours a week. And so the money that I was able to save so far is from the overtime that I have worked. So that, this is not, normal pay. This is everything that is above and beyond what my normal pay is, what I was able to sink into, especially the debt fund at this point. All right, so let's talk about sinking fund goals. Now, I have been doing my sinking funds for a few months now, and I'm at a point where, I feel like I'm I'm putting too much money aside for things that I really don't need. So I really got to thinking about, what is my goal? How much do I want to have in each one of my funds? And so I did a little bit of research on car maintenance, and so we'll start there. Since my car is older, it's a 2006 Honda. The recommended savings for a car of that age is about $1,200 a year. So my goal for car maintenance is to reach $1,200. Now, car insurance, that is something that is paid every 6 months. And so my goal for car maintenance is to reach $480 by the time my insurance renews. Car taxes and tags, my goal is to have $150 by the time taxes are due in August. Next is my new car fund. Now that is, I'm not really sure what the total is that I want to have. I put down $7,000, so that's just a rough guesstimate. I would like to buy a truck. I want to move at some point, which we're going to get down to the moving fund here in a little bit. But I would like to either get a truck or a Honda Pilot, something used, that's been, taken care of. And I want to spend, maybe between $5,000 and $7,000 in addition to whatever money I might get for my current car. So that is my goal for that. Next is renter's insurance, and my goal for renter's insurance is $150 by the time that renews. Next is medical, and my goal for medical is going to be $100. I'm a single person. Don't have anybody else here, even though I cover my children and we have a deductible. I rarely get sick, so I'm going to try to stick to $100, and then, once I'm out of debt, maybe that amount can raise, or maybe I can invest in the FSA account that my employer offers. Next is fur babies, and my fur babies goal is going to be $300, and that's going to be just for their shots. Next is clothing, and I think I'm going to keep this at $50. That's not a lot of money, but I recently went through, I'm trying to downsize and make sure that I'm only keeping things that I really use and really like. And I have, quite a bit of clothes and don't anticipate needing any, pants or shirts anytime soon. Maybe a belt or undergarment here and there, but $50 is plenty. And again, by the time I'm, when I get out of debt, maybe that amount could be higher, but for right now, that's where it's going to stay. Next is beauty, and beauty, that goal is going to be at $60. I recently, last weekend, got my hair colored. I was blonde, but I have gone back to my natural color, which is brunette. So the cost to get a haircut at the salon where I go is $60. So I'm going to keep that at $60. If I need to have a color touch up, then maybe I'll reevaluate that later on. That's going to be the goal, $60, just to get haircuts, and not going to get my hair colored anymore, because that was the whole point in going brunette, is to save money to pay off debt. All right, next is gifts, and by Christmas I want this fund to be at $600. So I do have nieces, nephews, my parents, my children. I have siblings, so quite a few people to purchase gifts for. $600 should be plenty. Let's see, my vacation fund, that goal is going to be $350, and that goal is quarterly. I am going to go see my children in March, and I am going to book another flight for June or July, then again in the fall, and then hopefully over the holidays. So that should be more than enough money for me to have airfare when I go visit and stay with my parents, and so I don't have hotel costs. My mom buys me food. So other than the airfare, I really don't have any cost at all. Next is a moving fund, and this goal is $3,000. I mentioned I'm in the Northern Virginia area, and this is for first and last month's rent, assuming that it is, close to $1,000 and maybe even a little bit of money to hire movers. A savings goal for my sinking funds is really zero because I already have my emergency fund. Everything that is extra is going to go into my debt fund. Right now, after every week, I'm going through my wallet. Anything that is left, I'm putting into that envelope, but eventually the money that's in that envelope is going to go, it'll be deposited into my Capital One account, into the debt fund. So let's see, that is quite a bit of money that I've been able to save so far. I am pretty pleased with my progress at this point. It's a little painful going from, spending to, really putting the brakes on that and working towards a goal. But, I want to be out of debt by the end of this year. And at the rate that I'm going, there shouldn't be any reason why I can't achieve that goal. Thank you again for watching. You guys have a great day or night wherever you're at. Bye.